What's good, everybody? It's Game Talk. I'm Gangster. I'm here with Brimstone,
What's up?
RevTech,
Well, no WrestleMania and greatness waits. Yes, hello guys.
and my boy Blue.
Yeah, eat.
This is brought to you by Purell and the lack of toilet paper in all your local shopping stations. Thank you for tuning in.
Wait, are we
Make
talking about
sure-
toilet paper? Wait, hold up. Are we talking
Make
about
sure
toilet
don't
paper?
become a dealer because you'll get arrested for 5 years.
Oh,
Thrown
yeah.
in prison.
That's the funniest thing ever. It's the Resident. You guys played Resident Evil 4, right? It's like the guy who said that the vendor selling guns. He sells toilet paper. He takes his shirt out.
Wait, are you
Like, what
serious
are
about
you-
the whole toilet paper dealer thing?
Yes.
Yeah,
In California, eight
some other.
people in 8 people in California got arrested, subject to 5 years in prison. And
There was
$5,000.
there was
selling
others
some
too.
shit paper?
There was somebody that stockpiled
Yeah, went in-
disinfectant wipes, and they took people came like, what is it? They reported them or something, and got the city or county or whatever it was to take all of their shit away, and then find them
That's
some
fucked.
huge amount or something. Yeah, it's like, I mean, I don't like those people either, but I don't agree with stealing their shit.
What if the guy was like, for some reason, just like you were a doomsday prepper? Would you just lose all your shit? Like, let's say if you're some doomsday prepper who had like a whole arsenal of toilet paper and disinfectants and everything. What happens? The state just comes in and says, "Oh, fuck you," basically.
I mean,
That's not right though, dude. Like, like I can't stand it. Like, cause there's been these videos on Facebook popping up everywhere where people are like, going into WalMarts and shit with like fucking big ass carts, fucking packing down. One dude loaded
What up, Jack?
an entire what the fuck is it, pallet into someone's car. Like, I mean, if you're paying for it, sure. You know what? It doesn't mean that the guy's any less of an asshole. The guy's a fucking prick for doing it in the first place. But I don't think they should be going to fucking prison and shit if he wants to fucking
I think
turn a
stockpiling.
profit. You know what I mean?
I think stockpiling shouldn't be illegal.
Dude, 5
out there.
years. That's a long time for that, dude.
Imagine going to
Oh,
prison and
wow.
being like, "Yo, what are you in for?" And I said, "I bought toilet paper."
Yo, dog.
Bought too much
Yo, dog.
GP,
I was selling the fucking 5-ply, dog. I had high-end shit.
High-end toilet paper, yo.
Not that
This is
regular
some-
Purell, dog. I had the good shit.
Dude, I had the fucking. I had wipes. I had the high-end shit.
I had the fucking aromatherapy ass wipes, dog. You don't even fucking know. You shit, it smells like aloe vera. Delicious.
Oh. I mean, to me, that seems so. Like, what about if someone? Like, my question still stands. Like, if you prepared and for some reason had a bunch of shit on beforehand, if a bunch of people reported you, would you lose all your shit or no?
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe.
Because to me, it's
fucking
like,
way
wait,
to California works, dude. Probably.
Because the U.S. government recommends you have an emergency kit in your house at least. So what? Are people not allowed to have emergency kits anymore because people just don't think or something like that?
Probably, dude.
Fucking stupid, man.
I wouldn't doubt
Your
it,
state
dog. I
sucks.
would not doubt it.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, guys.
Yeah, I mean, you know. Fuck you gonna do?
I agree. I mean, and it's shitty too, isn't it? Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, there are so many things that we should be throwing people away for
Oh,
that
shit.
aren't.
Oh.
And we're just gonna be like, yeah, you know what? I'm doing time for some TP, dog. What's up? Fucking stupid, dude. God,
You're
I
not
can't.
wrong.
I'm
What are you
sorry.
in
I
for?
just can't like wrap my mind around the person that like came up with that fucking ludicrous idea of, hey, you know what? We're state representatives. Let's go ahead and pass some bullshit bill
Can you guys hear me
on the
now?
back alley.
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Thank you, because something was overriding my shit.
That's called toilet paper.
Right?
Well, it's called the 8 people that got arrested. They were literally doing lemonade stands and charging $2 for drops of sanitizer. and you know the funny part is in that article that I was reading about it. I'll send it to you guys. What I find really funny about it is people were standing in lines for that shit.
Because people are stupid.
Actually, people were standing in line
I
for
don't
that
see
shit
a
for toilet
problem in
paper.
it, dude. I really don't. I don't see it. Look,
I don't see a
Well, no,
problem.
no,
I thought
no,
it was
no.
funny. He's a capitalist.
There is a problem with it, but it's not a problem you can avoid. It's like, shit happens, people stockpile. Like, what do you want them to do?
right. Absolutely.
I mean, like, the only thing you can do is limit how much people can buy at one time. But
So at my Sam's Club and Costco, they're limiting 2. You can only buy 2 toilet papers, 2 paper towels, and 2 baby wipes or sanitizers.
yeah.
At that point, and if you're in line with more than that, they'll ask you to leave.
What's stopping someone from just going complete anarchist mode, just taking everything and running?
What stops from people
Nothing,
to
really.
literally get their family together, right, and act like different individuals? Saying, like, for instance, oh, I'm not with that guy, and then they just buy 2. You know what I mean? Just keep going back to different stores.
I think this whole idea of trying to ban stockpilers is really dumb.
Well, in Utah, they have 5 rows of toilet paper now. In Costco, their main headquarters, they have 5 rows of nothing but pallets of toilet paper for people. And I'm like, is toilet paper really going to save you from the fucking virus?
Not really. People are
No,
Bro,
but I understand it to a point. Like, what's the number one hygiene thing besides just like hand soap that you would not want to give up? And it would be toilet paper.
Well, hand soap is kind of, you can make it yourself with IPA.
Well, that's, who doesn't have a shitload? Who doesn't have a couple boxes of fucking
Right.
Ivory or what's the
Well, now if you try to go get hand soap and all that, Amazon shut down now, but all these other places, right? They're charging an arm and a leg for it now.
Oh yeah. Well, it's not them. It's the
Right.
yeah. But
That's what it's affecting.
yep.
I don't know, PlayStation. Time for your red go.
Yeah, we can
PlayStation
get on
5,
PlayStation if you want.
waits.
Woo! Fucking PlayStation 5 failure. Let's go. That shit is fucking ass. You know what? I hope that bitch looks like a Roomba for the rest of its life shelf, dude. Fuck that console.
Yeah.
Fuck that piece of shit, dude.
Tell us how you
Like,
really
seriously.
Tell it how you
feel.
really feel.
Seriously, when you
No
sit
backwards
there,
compatibility, yeah.
when you sit there and you have the fucking balls to charge the price you do for a platform that can't even get into an online store and make you wait for a 2-hour queue, you should fucking probably nuke your shit. Just nuke it. Just get rid of it. $500, dude. $500 for a platform, and this shit doesn't even perform up to par with anything else. Which, you know what? Normally, I don't care. All right? PlayStation 2 was an underdog. I get it. PlayStation 1 was ahead for its time. PlayStation 3 was also an underdog. So I get it.
No, 3
But-
wasn't an underdog. Not in performance.
You know, well, I'm saying, well, I meant like, okay, so PlayStation 3 was an underdog in the sense of sales, right? Performance-wise, you're right. It was top of the key.
PS3 was an
above and beyond.
underdog in two ways: the price and also developing for it. A lot of
But, like-
developers moved over to Xbox over the PlayStation
Bruh.
because of the
Right.
how hard it was to construct.
Yeah.
And then
But-
they took away the PS2 functionality because of the complications of the architecture and everything. That's why the PS3 was so complicated. But it did, and I will give this to you, Pete. It did win the generation though. At the end of it though, barely.
Yeah, at the end of it, yeah. But you know what though? Like, here's the thing, right? So all the people that are gonna buy the PS5 are gonna shit on everything else. I know, I get it. It's meant to be blah blah. Okay, whatever. Look, I would have loved to bought a PS5 if I felt that the way they were going about their marketing and the way they were handling their social media and their community was would believe acceptable and fair, right? But when you have a lot of shit wrong and you're not even launched yet, you're not even fucking launched yet, and you got more negative press than fucking Hillary Clinton, you better look back at your shit and fix whatever it is that's fucked up. Like the whole hard drive thing, I guess I got wrong, right, Pete? It was the hard drive thing that I got wrong. It was the expandable that you can't download PlayStation 5 digitals.
Unless
Right?
it's a certain
Okay,
speed.
so let me correct you on that. So the PS5 external hard drive thing, right? You can use a 3.0. They are saying completely you can use a 3.0 drive.
Fair
But
enough.
Don't
Okay, fair enough.
expect to have the PlayStation 5 Pro features.
Why?
Because of the speed, man. Because they don't have the speed.
Cerny came out, and then also they corrected
Like-
themselves. They corrected themselves with the backwards compatibility. They said 40,000 games are going to be available if they're tested and working.
4,000.
4,000, sorry. They
Yeah.
said 4,000. They said at the event, 100 of them they were talking about popular titles that they already have tested already.
Oh, great. So we get to play fucking Last of Us again. Can't fucking wait. Jesus
and they
Christ.
also said with the SSD thing, they said a word from them. They said if you put in an SSD, any SSD or NVMe, right, it may or may not run at the speeds of the PS5, kind of like the hard drive situation.
Even a fucking NVMe? Really?
Yeah.
Not all
Yeah,
NVMEs have the speed that complain about the PS5 all you want, but they really did go all out on the storage speed.
So PlayStation's going for the cooling. So they said that they run at 3.5 to 3.6 like the Xbox Series X, but if they feel the need, if their console's heating the way it is, they will down throttle it down and take SMT away. So the hyper threading will go away if the heat is that bad. In
On
game,
the PlayStation
on
or
the fly.
Xbox?
On PlayStation. Microsoft's just giving you the full bandwidth.
So
And you
wait.
can-
So you could be in the middle of playing a game, right? And your shit could just all of a sudden start tanking out of nowhere.
That's what they're basically saying, to save from cooling.
Oh my
Where
Because
Xbox is giving you 3.5, 3.6, but here's the kicker. So here's the shit kicker on it. So they're doing it differently. So the PlayStation will throttle you. Meanwhile, the Xbox gives you the option in the option settings. If you want SMT, super hyper threading or whatever they're calling it,
Yeah. Mhm.
you could turn that off, and you could turn off the over provisioning of the CPU if you want to. You don't have to. So they're giving you an option, kind of like a BIOS kind of deal.
So with PlayStation 5, I have to ask, what is this fucking 2001 Xbox again?
Oh shit.
What are we, 2001 again? We're going to have 2020's hardware in there, but with 2001 system? Like, that's what I feel like this is going backwards on, because, God, dude, that's kind of annoying. You know what? I'll give them this one. I'll sit there and say, yes, okay. PCs do that now, right? Like, obviously, PCs do that now. Downclocking to prevent it from hurting itself. I get that, right? But the difference is we can put custom coolers on our shit where they cannot. So like, I'm trying to wrap my head around
Not
like
easily.
why. No, okay, not easily. Especially if they do that whole like, what is it? That anti fucking modding thing they were doing, where like if you even fucking swapped like one screw out, they were like, yeah, we're like Apple bitches. No, it's not.
Well, they
happening.
can't do that anymore. Like, they can't void your warranty, so...
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah.
I fucking forgot about
the right,
that.
the right to repair thing,
Yeah, okay.
that's... so,
I forgot.
So
Yeah.
Microsoft, so if you look at both events this week, right? You look at both events. You had Sony that gave us paper specs and justified their specs, right? And they're trying to justify, and this is what I found interesting. Mark Cerny, after the fact, said, take teraflops out of your mouth. That's what he said.
Oh, you mean the guy that talks like this? Hey, baby, would you like to see our console?
Yeah, he came out after the fact, a certain amount of gigahertz for their GPU.
Oh, this should be good.
And they're using less CUs compared to the Xbox.
Not a whole lot, though. I think it's...
Not a
What is
whole
the
lot,
Xbox at?
56.
No. Come on. It was like 28
Yeah.
or something. 24.
No, on the Xbox it's 56, and on the PlayStation it's like 50.
I didn't think it was that high, but maybe. I don't know. But yeah, it's not a big deal. Like, okay, though, from what I saw, the PlayStation 4, the CPU, they're both
Is
8-core.
everybody lagging on my end on Discord? Because I see Brimstone freezing every once in a while. I don't know. if
I
it's
did
on
it for a hot
PC.
second, but it's fixed itself.
Okay. I thought it was on
Um,
my end.
So the Xbox is at 3.8. Was it no 3.6 gigahertz, 3.4 with simultaneous SMT on, and then the 56. I think that's high, but whatever. 56 CUs running at what 14.8 or 14.4 teraflops, something like that. And then for the PS5, it was 8 cores running at 3.4, 3.2 with simultaneous multi-threading on, and then
I'll read you both sides. Okay. So 3.8 custom Zen 2, 3.5 or 3.8 on the PlayStation on the Xbox side, 3.5 on the Zen 2 custom. The Xbox Series X is doing 12 teraflops. Meanwhile, the PlayStation is doing 10.28 teraflops, clocked at 2.23 gigahertz, where the Xbox's GPU is doing 1.825 gigahertz. GDR6 on both of them, 16 gigabytes apiece. Where the difference is Microsoft.
I was just gonna say, the PlayStation 4 has higher bit memory though.
So the difference between the two, Microsoft is allocating it in 3 different places: 8 gigs for gaming, 2 for the operating system. They're separating them. They're dividing the 16 gigs.
Which that's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. Yeah.
Oh,
and PlayStation's giving you 3.36 gigabits per second on the memory bandwidth side, where Microsoft's giving you 448 gigs per second. The difference is Sony's giving you, they're not dividing it. They're just giving it all at once in comparison.
So,
I mean, I say that
pretty
backwards.
fucking
Microsoft's giving you less of bandwidth, like Pete was saying. Sorry, both sides are.
PlayStation, for what I saw, PlayStation they have 2 different memory sectors. One of them is higher bandwidth, presumably for graphics.
So, and here's the other one. So storage-wise, they're going different. This is what everybody's saying the ace in the hole on the PS4 side is going to be. They're going to have more bandwidth on their NVMe custom drive compared to Xbox, where Xbox is going to be capped.
Right.
They're going to be capped at some type of speed. They don't say here, but I know they're going to be capped. So, but keep this in mind. They're coming out with an expansion memory card where you'll be getting the same speeds. Unlike Sony, which I'll give Sony credit, they're allowing you to upgrade, but you may or may not get the same speeds as the internal. Microsoft has come out and also stated they're going to be using USB 3.2. They're going to have 2 on board Type-C ports, where Sony says in their ports, to be determined. They said it's going to include USB and NVMe, but they don't know what USB yet they're going to go with. And that's about it. And pricing, supposedly, Microsoft may be coming in at $450, where PlayStation's coming in at $500, from what this article is determining.
And you can expect a price drop for the Xbox, probably like Q2, Q3 of when it releases. That's what they did with the Xbox One. They dropped that price by like $100.
Well, here's the thing though. We're not having E3 this year. So I don't know how these companies are going to announce it. Are they going to announce it through live video, or are we going to have another ASMR session from?
Come on, Mark Cerny.
I missed one.
Mark Cerny, huh?
Probably.
Well, I'll say this: Sony needs a Steve Jobs kind of guy to come in and make you wowed on the platform. I don't see it here. Like Mark Cerny, they need to just not let him do a presentation at all. Bring somebody in that can just hype the shit to you. Because if you watch the event from Sony, you didn't feel hyped.
Jesus.
You felt like you were going to a seminar and falling asleep. Like I'm back at grade school and we're doing math equations. You know what I mean?
True.
I get the event was set up for GDC. It's a game developers event. They're trying to get the developers, hyped up for the machine. That's what GDC's for, and I know why they planned it. But if they knew ahead that this was going to be canceled, why couldn't they come out the gate like Microsoft? Here's the difference. Microsoft made it fun. Like when you watch the Austin Evans video, didn't you feel like it was fun? Oh, I can take the console apart quickly, clean it, put it back in. If I need to replace the fan on it, oh my God, there it is. There's where the cable is. Okay, they gave you pretty much everything and told you why they're doing the cooling. Sony kind of just gave you specs and left you hanging on questions. Most people that I talked to were confused. They were like, what's this do? Why is this happening? What is this? How is this working? It's like, when you start doing that to the consumer, You just it's not. It doesn't feel. It doesn't bode well for you. It really don't.
Right,
When you leave,
right,
When you leave when you leave that question mark, what's going on? I get they're doing a whole road to PlayStation thing. Mark Cerny came out and said, guys, it's just step 1 of the process. And I'm like, that's step 1 of the process. Then we got some problems. Like, what are you gonna do? 6 months of this? Day 55, road to PlayStation. I mean, I get they're trying to do like an MMA thing. I get what they're doing. They're trying to get you to get all the way to the end of the event, the series, and then they'll just release they'll show you specs and shit. I get it in the console finally. So I get it, but I'm just definitely confused why Sony's doing this. It doesn't need to be that way. And a lot of people are saying, is Sony going to go check in DRM too, just on top of it? But the external hard drive part, is going to make a lot of people disappointed.
I mean,
because at least Microsoft is saying on the back end you can play Series X games and get somewhat the speeds that you need with an external hard drive.
Aw, thank you.
So you might be thirsty.
Say hello to the podcast.
Hey.
She just comes down and she's. Well, I mean, if you're gonna be down there, you gotta put that mouth to work, if you know what I'm saying. Like,
no, Blue, you haven't said anything about the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, Blue, are you gonna get the games? Are you gonna get the games?
Really
you get the console?
I mean, I'll be honest. I just don't have interest in the PS5. That's why I sort of just been quiet about it.
I don't have interest in
Come on, Blue, it's gonna be fucking hype.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I'm just the whole I'm not interested in the consoles generally. Maybe Nintendo, but that's because Nintendo. But I just don't see the interest in. But this PS5 stuff does look like what happened back in the day. But I'm kind of hoping Sony flops out and fails this time. But that's more because
I hope they both succeed, and I think they both will. Like I've said this before, but
I want Sony to drop on their face. They pissed me off a lot, at least. So I want them to drop right in their face.
I do talk a lot of shit on them. I do. I mean, maybe because I used to be a hardcore Sony fan, and maybe perhaps I had such a shitty fucking experience with them. Like, I want them to succeed, but I want them to do it in a good way. I don't want them to succeed and have an entire community give them a bunch of excuses to get by on. Like that. Oh God, that drives me nuts, dude. Like developers relying. It's the same concept with me as developers relying on the modded community to fix their fucking games. You know what I mean? It's the same shit. Oh yeah.
All right. Well, Savage Mode Rev here for a moment. So I'm kind of with Blue on that. Oh my lord.
Bro, she's scratching my back. I'm like, ah.
I know.
You're making me purr like a walrus. Oh.
Okay, Blue. I'm with you on partially what you were saying about the PS5, but here I'm gonna add one to it. When you don't offer the consumer, backwards compatibility, external hard drive support, and the promise of getting the same speeds, they're gonna lose a lot. They're gonna lose this generation on that note. You watch, because I'm gonna say this: the soccer mom that's going out and buying, I'm saying this now, is gonna go Xbox because there's this expansion slot. They can go out and get the cards easily, and it's a 1-2 easy peasy thing. Where Sony, on the other hand, is going to be complicated and a mess, and you're not going to know if I buy this PS4 game, is it going to work? Is it going to work? If I buy a game for cheap, is it going to work? Sony's going to fail. I'm saying this generation. Because people are going to be very confused, because we're going to go back to the generation of, is it compatible? It's going to have to say on the box, PlayStation 4 and PS5 compatible. You watch.
No, it's not, because it'll still
ridiculous.
work even if it's low speed. It just won't work at the advertised speeds.
Well, no, I'm talking about I'm talking about the games itself. It's gonna come it's gonna come up. How can I say this a good way? So on the game box, it'll say PS5 and PS4 compatible, and you're gonna have to go look at a list like we did back in the day of what works and what doesn't, and instantly that's gonna turn off. That's gonna turn the consumer off. I'm gonna have to go for it, Blue. Sorry.
I mean, because if, like, just for example, I had to go look on box. Oh, this is compatible, dude. I can't be fucking bothered to do that, dude.
Why would it
I
have
know that
to?
sounds
Why would it
lazy,
have to
but-
do that though?
Because Sony had stated that not every PS4 game is going to work on the PS5.
Dude, that's an inevitability, man.
They're the
God.
same. They're the same architecture, though.
Yes and
Yeah,
no.
I mean, I can see the annoyance in that after the same.
I mean, sure, I can see the annoyance, but even the king of backwards compatibility, the PC, has plenty of games that aren't old games that aren't compatible with modern hardware. So it's not. Yeah, I'm over. I mean, yeah, back in the day,
get the move.
PS2 games, sure, I could kind of get that. If like the PS2 didn't have full compatibility with the full backwards compatibility with the PS1, but dude, now we're talking thousands of games on not just different hardware for like the PS3 especially. Like the hardware change from that is ridiculous, but specifically like the software changes and shit like that. It's just like I mean, if they can get 90% of their fucking of their library compatible, like I think most people aren't gonna give a shit.
But
Yeah, but is it gonna be 90%?
Okay, so
Oh,
here's
for
what I'm going to say.
PS4, it will.
Here's what I'm going to say. The average person, right? The soccer mom. We're talking soccer mom that's going out and buying. Right here, buddy.
The Karen he's talking about.
Yeah,
Karen's
so I'm
a fun
talking.
man.
So I'm talking, about the average, the buyer, the mom that's looking for her son's birthday. Which one is she going to go with? Is she going to go the one with, maybe there's some backwards compatibility with my son's old games? Or am I going to go over here to the Xbox side and go, oh, it has everything. Plus Halo, plus this? And
I don't think
it's
most
easy to
soccer moms
expand?
give it. I don't even think they're going to be looking at that, dude. They're just going to see a 5 on the box and be like, oh yeah, that's the one I'm supposed to get. Like,
And if Sony comes in at $500, that's going to be the hook, line, and sinker for not people to buy. If they do that. And plus the compatibility issues and hard drives and all that, that's going to be a tough sell
I don't think it's going to
for the
matter.
consumer.
I
We'll see when
think
the
the people
numbers come
that
out.
well, we will, but I think the people the numbers won't exactly tell us because it's not like you can say, oh, they didn't buy it because of this. But I think the people that would care about the stuff you're talking about don't usually buy consoles anyway. They buy PCs.
I know a lot of people went out and bought. I'll say this: a lot of people lately have been going out and buying the Switch. I put an article out there. Switch is actually outselling in all places right now. Currently, I mean, consoles are pretty hot commodity right now, especially on the Switch side.
Yeah, especially when all we can do
what
is
the
stay in our
fuck?
fucking houses and play them, right?
Right?
Right? Yeah, the Switch Lite has boomed, and also the regular Switch has. And it's not just because of Animal Crossing. It's
I mean,
a
that
lot
just
of
came
people.
out as well.
Animal Crossing has been hyped though, from what I've been hearing from people. It's not my kind of game, but it's hyped though.
Shit, Blue's
I
playing
enjoy
it,
it.
dude.
I
Yeah,
enjoy
Blue's
it.
playing it.
I'm just here's the thing. I thought I wasn't gonna have that much fun, but surprisingly, I enjoy Animal Crossing a lot. Cause I'm like, wow, how is this fun to me? It just is. It's
What
like you're
makes it-
doing just everyday things and like just building a house and shit and all that. It's like, yo, this is fun. How?
Well, because you like Minecraft. Minecraft, you kind of build houses and build things, and in Animal
Yeah, but
Crossing,
Animal
you kinda
Crossing is
do
a
the
bit
same.
more in depth.
Yeah, but there's no bills and shit. There's no like Minecraft is all straight creation. There's no like having to keep track of your fucking debts and stuff.
Well, what I'm basically saying is, in compare, it's both enjoyable, like a relaxing game.
Sure.
technically, Where you can
Yeah,
sit
I
down
just don't. I
just build
get
and
the
relax.
appeal of Minecraft way more than I get the appeal of Animal
Crossing?
Crossing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of excited because supposedly Nintendo Direct next one is gonna have a remaster of Fusion of Metroid Prime, and
Metro, I can hear Metro like just nutting right now.
well, I'm kind of excited for that and a couple other games that they're talking about releasing. Maybe they were also saying maybe a tease of Bayonetta 3.
Please, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I'll be alright
I
with
mean,
that.
we got confirmed that game was coming out like how many years ago?
3.
Yeah, it's been a
But
while.
you gotta remember too. Platinum Games just got bought out by Tencent.
10 cents.
10 cent.
Yeah,
Trend cent.
yeah, my bad.
I mean, it's not
Well,
wrong.
they are trendy.
Right?
I know, right?
They do follow.
to that another time, like 10 cent shit.
Yo, yeah, like I wonder. I was kind of wondering about that though. Like, I don't want to get too deep into it, but like, I am kind of wondering about it. You know what I mean? Because of the whole virus situation and all.
Hey man, you remember when we talked shit about Call of Duty, their Warzone? They have 30 million players playing it.
Yeah, I just saw that.
People like it.
30 million in 10 days, something like that.
Yo, like I'll say this, dude. I like it on the console. Like, I could play that shit on the console all day. PC? No. Nope.
And also,
I love it
followed
on the
that
PC. I think it's the best battle royale yet. Like, way the fuck
One of my
better
favorite-
than PUBG, Fortnite, or even Apex or Ring of Elysium.
One of my favorite games is coming to the remastered market, Modern Warfare 2. Can't wait.
Oh, what? Wait, when?
From this article, they said by the end of this year.
I wish they would
Also,
just
that's
do...
good.
Go ahead, bro.
Sorry.
And
go ahead.
you know, it's not Infinity Ward remastering it; it's Treyarch remastering it this time around.
Yeah, dude,
could be
Infinity Ward's
good.
done with. They're
It could be
trash. I mean, I
So-
think the problem is, I think everyone's gonna play Modern Warfare 2 and then literally just be like, oh wow, I'm so nostalgically happy, and then realize it like 2 hours later, oh wow, it's Modern Warfare 2, the game I.
But sure though, that's how the last remasters did, right, Blue? Like, I mean, I still play the definitive edition or the whatever they fucking called it of 4 from time to time. But like, even with Modern Warfare 2, I'm gonna get my rocks off on it for like a week, and then I'm gonna go right back to Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
But hey,
I
fuck
just
it,
wish they
you
would
know,
do
I mean,
all
I'm down
3
for
of
it.
them and release them as a bundle for like $40.
That'd be good. That would be
Right?
fucking sick, actually.
Right?
Yeah.
And
I'd be
nobody's,
cool
you know,
with that.
because nobody's playing them for the multiplayer. You're just going through the campaign, you know, in a new engine. So it's like, why the fuck
No,
not?
don't tell the people that. Everyone's will tell you, Modern Warfare 2 is the best multiplayer.
Yeah, get fucked.
I liked all the Modern Warfares equally.
I
Yeah,
like
one-
the one.
one is-
I like
I
the
think
very
everyone-
first one.
Yeah,
was my
one
favorite.
is still my favorite. 3 is a close second, but 1 is still my favorite.
I think everyone has such nostalgia for Modern Warfare 2. It actually makes me angry, and it's like, all right, go play it right now then. Like, Jesus
Well,
Christ, guys.
Servers aren't
I
up.
Now the
can
multiplayer.
I can go re-download it right now on PC and have the modding community and all that stuff and have servers. So I'm good.
Yeah, but didn't Modern Warfare 2 not have dedicated servers though?
No, it was
No,
it was a
that's-
hybrid
that's why-
system.
Yeah,
That's
see,
why
and that's the thing.
modding
Modern
community
Warfare
comes
1
in.
Modern Warfare 1 lasted a lot longer than Modern Warfare 2.
I'm trying
precisely
to
because
get
of that.
PC. I'm trying to get PC its due. The modding community, man. That's where the PC shines, man. We can have dedicated servers on that game.
But you know what's funny about that, Pete, is on like, because the whole reason behind it was because they said that when it came to the PC, they didn't want people hosting their own servers and shit.
Yeah, they
What
can
they
get
do,
fucked.
they rip the fucking client, put it on fucking Java, and said, "Here you
Yeah.
guys go, play it through a browser,"
Yeah, basically.
and it ran good. That's the surprising part.
I mean, it ran good, but you still didn't have dedicated servers, and you still couldn't do
No,
like
no, you're
custom
right, you're right,
servers
yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
And that's what keeps a game
yeah.
going for a long ass time. Like, that's one thing about modern games that pisses me the fuck off the most. It's the removal of dedicated servers, a regular server browser, and the ability to run custom game modes and shit. Because, man, that shit was so fucking fun in Counter-Strike, Battlefields, Call of Duties, whatever. You know?
I don't know about
But-
modded servers because maybe I'm not that invested into it, but dedicated servers I think need to be a standard for all multiplayer games.
I agree with that. I agree
I
with
agree
that.
with that.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm so sick and tired of it because I'll use an example. Destiny right now, all Destiny's problems right now has when it comes to internet connection, all that, all stem from the fact that it's peer-to-peer.
Well, not just that.
And
It
the-
would... God, these fucking companies, man, I swear, it's all greed. And Blizzard started this shit with fucking, like, StarCraft 2 and stuff. Where they
Yeah.
didn't want to lose the ability... Or they wanted to control all of the tournaments and shit like that. So they wanted to make it impossible for you to run a tournament outside of their fucking system. So that means no dedicated servers, because if you can host your own dedicated server, you don't need their permission. Yeah, Brem, your video is like stopping every.
So is
same with
yours.
Pete. Same with Pete.
So is
yeah.
yours. Yeah. So is yours. See, like
That's
on my
weird.
side right now, it looks clear as fuck.
Really?
There he goes. He froze. On my end, he froze.
Like, I mean, not to like completely shit on Bungie because Bungie did do some changes where basically you can't get DDoS because they use the Steam servers to protect your IP. But it's still a frustrating thing where it's like.
But
okay,
here's
so
the thing,
dedicated
right? Here's the
servers,
thing.
You wouldn't need to deal
Hang
with
on.
that
Hang
at
on.
all.
Here's the thing about it, though. The problem that comes from this, besides the fact that you lose dedicated server support and the ability to run custom servers and all that stuff, but now, like say in Battlefield or Call of Duty, now the developer has to front for all of the servers running the multiplayer. Whereas before, they just had to run a server browser server and then a couple of official servers, and then they could outsource the rest of the servers, either let people run their own like in Counter-Strike or the early Battlefields, or just lease them through a third-party company, which is a way better fucking system, because that means fucking the development team and the publishers and all that don't have to fucking have all these server farms to run the fucking game. Not just that, but the community itself, if all you're doing is running a dedicated server browser server, like, I don't even know what you would fucking call that, not a matchmaking server, but a browser server, then you can let the game go for its natural life, like as long as the community keeps paying for their own dedicated servers to play the game online. Whereas with all in-house servers, they're putting up the cash for all those servers, so eventually they're going to not want to pay for that for a several-year-old game, which then they... Oh, shit. Man, Discord's acting funny. Yeah, all three of you just dropped for a hot second. So it really limits the lifespan of some... I mean, yeah, obviously the super popular ones, the Call of Duties and the Destinies... Yeah, you're back up, Brum.
Okay.
Oh, no. Dropped again. Motherfucker, man. Yeah, obviously the super popular ones, they are going to stay up, but a lot of the less, like, I'm surprised Titanfall's still going. I mean, it's not like...
Check, making sure we switch servers, so I'm making sure West Coast.
Yeah, we're good.
I think it's a server problem.
Yeah, so basically...
Does somebody want to search up if Discord's having an API issue?
They probably are.
Server check.
Dude, everybody's having problems lately. I mean, I've heard the PlayStation and Nintendo networks both went down due to increased load. ISPs are begging Netflix and Amazon to reduce the stream to 720p so they're not overloaded for bandwidth. So yeah, I'm sure they're getting a huge influx of people because of Kung Flu Kami cough, but you know.
I will say I've been enjoying, since this quarantine thing, I've been enjoying Apple TV a lot. Because you get a free, they're giving away free, I think it's a free year for free.
Wow.
And I kind of watched that new Samuel Jackson flick, The Banker. Pretty good movie.
The Banker?
Yeah. His new movie that was supposed to be in the theaters, but they put it on streaming
right
to combat this stuff.
Sure, yeah, Universal did the same thing.
Also, The Invisible Man, that movie, right?
It's a bitch, but here's the reason why, right? One, it's a new movie, they got to make their money back, and they can't do it on the box office, because, like, even if theaters were open, which I don't think any are anymore, nobody would be going to them. Second off, they are banking on families renting it, not individual people. Or people doing stream parties with it.
Well, also too, Star Wars, right? So they released that early, right? And they want an arm and a leg for that. And I'm just like, you really gonna nickel and dime everybody? Because everybody's at home? That's ridiculous.
Yeah. But you know what, though? There's a lot of companies out there kicking it down for us, man.
Yeah, you know what? I'll give it that.
In my area right now, dude, they said if you can't afford to pay your fucking utilities, don't worry about it right now.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah,
Also,
dude.
and
It's fucking badass.
Discord upping their stream limit to 50. You know, a whole bunch of, either streaming or whatever platforms are giving their stuff away, like a free month, or discounting it, or, there's
Well, I hope
lot of
what the
companies
government
doing
is
that.
saying, I hope our government doesn't extend this until September, because that's going to cause mass panic.
Dude, that'll fucking
people.
Oh my
suck.
god. Wait, September? They're thinking September?
Yeah.
What's up, the vape game?
And I'm going to turn around if they do that, right? If they do that, I am just going to TwitchCon, all in that. I'll be mad. Because that'll be canceled.
Dude,
everything is.
I thought they were saying April, dude. They were like,
no, they were saying.
I don't
July.
think no. I don't
July
think it's
now.
gonna last that long. Even if they say, even if in a week or two they say, oh, we're locking everything down until September, October. I think, by the way, because the whole point of the lockdowns and shit like that is to keep the virus from spreading. We don't want anywhere in the U.S. to turn into Italy. because
Right.
Italy is it's a black hole right now because of the overload they've gotten from, because it's not so much the virus itself, right? Because the virus itself, one, it's not it's not the Black Plague, it's not smallpox, but it is a lot deadlier than the regular flu. But two is it spreads super fast, and so what happens is if you don't limit the spread, they get such an influx of people with it that they can't help the people who have it, and then two, they have trouble helping the people who don't have it, who have regular medical problems, because they're so overloaded by the people who do have it. And so if you can just keep the spread from gaining momentum, then it just dies out like like a regular flu season.
Well,
a few people get it, and it's no big deal.
So we have actually somewhat of a cure for it, because they're finding out now the SARS treatments that they were having, the medications and stuff,
Sure,
can beat this.
Yeah.
Where you can only it's not a full cure, but it's coming down to the SARS medicine they have, the treatments can cure you about 85%.
Yeah.
The rest of it, they could treat you with antibiotics at that point.
But the problem is that there's only a limited supply of those medications.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the thing. It's like any other. The problem with the outbreak isn't usually the outbreak itself. It's everything around the outbreak. Like I said, with Italy, it's not so much the virus, it's the havoc that it causes because of the overloading of the system.
It's almost like major pharmaceutical companies are going to have to fucking drop their balls on the fucking table and not be so greedy. Whoa!
It's not even really that, man. I mean, like, some of that is going on for sure, and that sucks, but there's only you can only have so much manufacturing, right? You can't plan for stuff like that. I mean, the only thing you can do for things like this is stockpile, and that's one of the problems that our country has right now, is that we didn't have any respirators stockpiled, or a couple other key medical supplies, and that's for sure.
Most states are under martial law at the moment.
Because you can't, a company can't have the kind of infrastructure it takes to manufacture on this level, because it would cost too much. It's like you would, if they had enough, right? If the makers of the N95 respirator, the standard full mouth actual sealing mask that does protect you from inhalation, not just coughing, if they had enough manufacturing to put out supply on the demand that they're getting, for 99.9% of the time, they'd have 50 manufacturing plants just sitting there idle the entire time, because we never have that much need. And you can't ask companies to do that. That's a stupid business decision. There's no way, no company. I mean, companies have a certain amount, but they don't have that much potential overflow.
Well, Pete, that's why Trump has ordered martial law, and the reason to pour masks up, he's expecting. From what I've been listening to, he's making the auto manufacturers make masks and whatnot, use the resources that we have already in place. Also, too, we're going to have stand-in days. Get ready for it. Nevada, California, and New York, because all the governors are in talk.
Stand-in days?
So stand-in days are going to be days for 2 days every week, for 2 days only. And what it is pretty much is everything shuts down completely. Everything for 2 days. And all those governors have thought this is a great idea, which is ridiculously dumb in my opinion.
Yeah,
they think this
seems
is going to fight
unnecessary
the
to me.
virus.
Well,
it seems like our government's going way too hard. I think it's bad enough you're asking people to isolate themselves, right? And stop the fun shit, which meanwhile, we have people partying out in the middle of fucking streets and shit, thinking, they're owed something in this life, when they don't realize that they can contract it easily, and then they go to older people and kill them. I mean, you're watching spring break parties happening online, people going, I don't give a fuck, I'm just going to go outside and party and not heed the warnings.
My favorite part about all those guys is a bunch of a bunch of 20-year-olds be like, oh, dude, the coronavirus, I get it, it's not going to hurt me, really be that big of a deal. It's like, yeah, you might get injured, damaged lung.
You have the Palestinians, right, in their own churches here in the States, licking everything. And saying, yeah, we can't be affected by the virus at all. Nah,
and it's like, oh, it's just you can get damaged lung for the rest of your life. Who cares?
And then you got people on Facebook, right? Here's the other one, too. sending you rolling articles every 10 seconds telling you you need to be crazy, you need to act. And I finally posted on Facebook, like, people, take a step back. I'm pretty educated on the matter at this point. On the news, which is getting ridiculous, every hour on the hour. Okay, they are literally giving you updates to the point. It's getting ridiculous.
I mean, the
Like,
thing is,
I just want 3 days of just no more talk about this shit.
I mean, the
Oh
U.S.
my
government has to do all the shit they're doing now because they basically kind of ignore, like, the U.S. had a poor response at the beginning.
Well,
so
we
that's
knew
why they have to
about this in
overcorrect.
October. Like, we knew it was here in October, and
China knew about it. They didn't do anything about it.
I understood why they didn't act at first with it, because they have people that Thanksgiving and Christmas sells. But
Yeah,
now
but look at the
50
situation
now,
we're in now.
now 50-50 hindsight, they should have just told us anyway and stopped productions of everything, because people are going to run out of fucking money. And here's the scare part of it. People are going to get desperate. You watch.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
people are
dude,
already
they're
talking about
already
buying
desperate.
People are already talking about buying guns to protect themselves, because people are going to do stupid shit to hurt people.
Okay, so not to like add salt to injury or anything, but there was an incident in the last week or so. I think it was like 3 or 4 days ago in our local area. The guy went to the store carrying, and started shit with people in the store for no reason. Just fucking something snapped at him. He just started shit with people for no reason.
Jesus.
And he started pulling his gun out on people. And
Oh
the
my
cops-
God.
And he ran to his car, started driving around the fucking parking lot like an idiot. And they asked him to stop a million times. They surrounded him, tried to get him to calm the fuck down. And he pulled his gun on them, fully loaded fucking gun, and they ended up having to shoot him. Like, and this was just a couple of days ago. Like, you know, and it's fucking sad, dude. Like, people are not gonna know how to handle this shit, right?
Well,
Like,
yeah.
But
Well,
like,
I'm worried for the people that work, right? And if you're paying debt and stuff like that, right?
yeah,
I'm worried about people like this, people that have their own businesses, like my uncle, right? That is barely making it, not getting any government assistance, right? Those are the people I'm worried about, because those are the people who are going to be like, one day, if they decide to postpone this longer, are going to be the ones, where the fuck do I do? Even if utilities and shit are, you know, giving cutbacks and rollbacks, you're going to run out of money. And that's where mass pandemonium is going to come in. People are going to flip, because how do they pay their food for their kids and whatnot? It's coming to
Yeah.
that point.
yeah, I agree.
And if they have these stand-in days, it's not helping anybody. What they're basically saying, martial law is happening. We're enacting a Korean thing, and it's just getting to the point. And then now
Then what do you do about it? Then what else can you do?
Well, my thing is it needs to start with the people. You need to stop repeating yourself at others, because you're going to make people go insane.
Well, like, here's the thing, right? We still live in a generation of people that they still rely on traditional media to get their fucking news from, which nowadays is like 65% at least incorrect information that they are getting. And that alone is causing, I would say, a good majority of the situation taking place. Have you talked to anybody yet online in our group of friends of hundreds of people, if not thousands of people, amongst Discord, Skype, Overwolf? Like, no, I have not talked to a single person that is online right now that is in that mindset. Not one single person. So this really has me believing, and I could be wrong, you know, I could be, that this has a lot more to do with people that are out of touch with technology, out of touch with current events, and they rely on traditional media to stay up to date with current events. And they are in turn doing their reactions based on that alone. And so I've been preaching to a lot of people lately, like, stop watching fucking TV.
Yep.
Stop it. Like, we are in 2020. Fucking God, dude. Like, stop paying attention to CNN. Stop paying attention to Fox. Stop paying attention to your local news broadcasting, CBS, ABC. Like, I don't watch any of those guys, because when you go online and you search your shit yourself, you yourself will see that these fucking people are like 65% of the time fucking dead ass wrong.
Right.
And right now, like, this whole fear mongering thing that they're doing is unnecessary. People are already stressed. People are already scared as it is when it comes to, like you were saying, with their kids, with their families. their mothers, their fathers, grandparents. Like there are a lot of grandparents out there that are in fear for their lives because they know that they have a lot of issues in the health, health wise, and it could kill them. I can understand they're panicking. You know what I mean? Like I understand that because their life is literally on the fucking line.
Well,
it's tough. But if you're 25, I know it's tough, dude. But if you're 25, 30, and you're going to CNN and Fox News for your fucking information, when you yourself could easily like just pick up your fucking smartphone, do a few Google searches on it, right? Like, I can't tell you how many people I was trying to correct over on my Facebook, on my family feed. Like, dude, most of my family, I'm like, dude, what are you guys fucking doing? Stop spreading this bullshit, man.
I had to at one point, Brim. I had to tell a few of my online friends on Facebook, like, hey, stop sending me like doctors' presentations on the corona, on the flu. Stop sending it to me. I already know what it is.
Right.
I'm pretty educated.
I did the same.
Repeating yourself.
I did the same thing, and I even told my family members, I'm like, look, go to the CDC's website. They have an entire section based on this virus alone. You want to learn about it? There you go. Don't sit here and listen to some idiot anchor on CNN who is saying that this is like the worst case since fucking AIDS, dude. Like, what? Now, like when you sit there and you say shit like that on national television, bro, like that is gonna send everyone through a fucking frenzy, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
I think part of the problem is that because it's tough, right? When's the right time to panic? And this is the thing, right? You can call people crazy all you want for panicking now, but actually now would be the right time to not panic, but to be stocking up on shit because
absolutely, I agree with you.
Here's the problem,
I agree
right?
with you with that. Yeah.
It's the thing. We could end up like Italy at any time. Like if a bad outbreak happens in a major city, like it could easily turn into Italy where tons of people are dying and not necessarily related to corona, but because of other issues. And so it's like, well, what do? You know what I mean? Like, what's the right level of?
Also, it's a human.
Panic for people, but also like, for like the CNNs and shit like that. It's like, what's the right level of alert of alarm to be raising? Because if you go by Italy, then everybody should be panicking right now. I mean, everybody should be stocking up on fucking anything they can get their hands on.
Well, you gotta hold on. You gotta remember, and here's the thing that I've been telling people about Italy, right? You gotta remember something. They're the oldest country in the world right now. So of course that shit's gonna happen and what.
Well, not that they reacted to the virus entirely wrong. They never closed their borders.
Yes, they did.
And fair enough on all points, right? But that doesn't mean that just because they were stupid, it can't happen to a country that wasn't stupid.
And I get it's make or break, Trump at this moment. I get it. I understand it. He has to do something, but I'm gonna give our country credit. It's been kind of alleviated good enough right now because it could have been worse.
Sure.
It could have been way, way worse. And I just think the governor's
His response to the begin though wasn't very good.
No, but the action now has kind of been pretty solid. I'll give it to him on that note.
Yeah, we have more military personnel on our streets helping people out than we've ever had in the history of this country.
And I'll also say this too, like he enacted martial law. For a president to do that, he's taking it pretty fucking serious at this point.
Yeah, now he has to.
And he's bringing. Well, he has to in many ways because one, he's trying to get reelected. Two, he's trying to look really good in front of everybody and trying to do the presidential thing. You know what I mean? You can't blame him for doing these things and putting task force in place. We're gonna have a cure faster than any other, thing that's ever been done in history.
Yeah, but don't expect the cure to come anytime soon, like a year plus for a vaccine.
Well, no, we're kind of taking a note from what all these experts are saying. We're kind of taking a note from the South Korean government, how they handled it, and they're back up and running now. Technically, they're back up and running. So is Japan, from what I've heard from people in Japan, that they took the Korea kind of standpoint, and they did the whole lockdown for 2 months. And then everybody, they scrubbed everything down. and they're back to normal at this point, business as usual. So it's gonna take time. It's just people need to calm down and realize, enjoy life. At this point, enjoy what you got to enjoy. Enjoy your family. Take in the time if you're out of work right now. Work out differently, do things differently. For us gamers, it's great. 8 weeks of gaming, it's beautiful.
Bro, that
sleeping in
our whole lives.
All my friends are like, I wish I was working.
Yeah!
A lot of people online are like, I wish I was working right now. I'm like, dude, take the 8 weeks and sleep in and enjoy your life.
Have a vacation, man.
This is once in a lifetime thing gonna happen to you.
Bro,
dude.
Since this has started, dude, my Overwatch game has fucking been booming.
The joke about this whole thing is like, when you hear your lifestyle is actually called quarantine.
Right?
What's funny is most of us are home buddies anyway after work. What is mostly everybody doing after work? Sitting in their house playing video games.
Dude, after
yeah,
work,
Netflix and chill, man.
Right?
Everybody's fucking already been doing this.
Dude, Pete, Herrick, and Metro, dude, we were watching fucking movies earlier this week, dude. At the beginning of all this, we're like, "Yo, let's watch something."
Oh,
I
heard of a fucking super interesting shit happening in Japan where people were literally Skype calling random ass people and just having a beer with them over the internet.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
dude.
they would just get these rooms where random people would just join in on the rooms, and everybody has video chat, and they're just all drinking beers with their family, chatting with random strangers. Cool shit, right?
Sick, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what, dude? It's funny you should say that because this fucking server, because of this, has been fucking popping off, dude.
Yeah, it has.
We have been going on Overwatch, playing ranked matches. I've been having more fun with my streams lately. So, like, me, Herrick, fucking whoever's in there with us at the time, dude, we're having fun in the fucking voice streams, dude. We are literally
right now
talking shit and making friends and bringing them in. Like, it is absolutely fantastic.
I'll tell you guys this: it's a good time to start a YouTube channel right now. It's a good time. It's a good time to start streaming. Everybody's looking at content. Everybody's binge watching everything. It's a good time to be in the game right now.
Yeah, Ben. Yeah, dude. Absolutely.
Not wrong.
Like, it's just been fun, dude. It's been a fun time.
On anybody that's in the anything that's in online, like, start a channel. Just start a channel. Start talking about stuff, man. People will watch. You'll gain traction in anything. Also, too, which has been fun is a lot of these artists. It's been fun. They've been, having streams, just chatting it up with everybody, having beers. I watched LeBron James have a beer with a group of people, just sitting and having people on Instagram Live just literally come in and drink beer with them. Just sit down.
That's pretty fucking cool, dude.
It's becoming, you're getting to know your celebrities. You're really getting to know. They're having free concerts in their home for people. Electricity companies are literally, like, mine is giving free days to everybody. Spectrum.
Have to. No one's gonna pay right now.
Well, Spectrum is also a lot of these companies, from what I've heard, they're lifting the data caps because of all this.
Yeah, Comcast did that, which kind of fucking surprised me. I'm just wondering if they're going to charge me for the unlimited plan that I pay for, even though they've dropped their data cap for the next, like, 2 months or whatever it was. But
it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice what all these companies are doing,
Yeah, it's cool, man. I like it.
Yo, so let's talk about the elephant in the room. Yo, fucking Mortal Kombat Complete.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah,
bro,
right?
What the fuck,
wait,
dude?
Hold up. What happened?
They pulled it off of Steam. They removed it off of Steam because they want to go to their own app.
Dude, wait,
Is that the reason why? Because I didn't see any confirmation on any reason. And this does happen
people on Reddit
for a
were
couple
saying
of
because
different
they want to make their own app. That's what it is.
So the few theories I heard, well, one is always music. Like, there's a huge problem with fucking music licensing in the video game industry. It's a big problem. But a lot of that can be fixed with contracts. It's just they don't do the right contracts. But another thing that happens, they can't work out
contracts right now because of the.
Fair enough. Well, you could do that, online. That
remotely. Yeah, I get it.
The second thing is that I heard that, I read that the Warner Brothers had the license for, who was it? It was a character in there.
Oh, real quick. So the NFL, I'm going to give them credit on this. So their NFL draft, right? is going to be all through Skype, so fans can react and whatnot at the same
Nice.
time. So it'll be all on Skype. So that's pretty cool. I think that's going to be because they said because of the virus, they're not going to have it in Vegas to introduce the new Raider Stadium. So they're pulling that and they're going to put it on Skype. I think that's going to be pretty cool for everybody to social react.
But it was some character or something that Warner Brothers no longer had the license for because it reverted back to their old owner. And so that could have been the reason too. Or it could just be just like everybody else. They want to go to their own thing.
Yo, all I gotta say is motherfuckers better be giving me my money if they pull it off my account. All I'm
They
saying.
can't. No, they
pull
can't.
off your account.
Yeah, once you purchase it on Steam, it's yours, and Steam will always have.
Also-
They've already committed, and it's already in their contract whenever you license to sell through them.
Right.
That
If not, I'll give them the Kong Pao chicken.
Yeah, if somebody purchases your game through their store, they will always be able to give you that game. So
All right,
yeah, it's
all right.
if you've already bought it,
as
you're
long as it's
good.
still there, man. Yeah. Because dude, like Infinite Retro and we bought that shit around the same time together. It was full retail when we paid for it. So if they want to give me some money,
Right.
I'm just saying. But
So,
yeah,
yeah.
dude, that's still nutty to me. I'm sorry, it's nutty to me that like I know Steam pulls games off. I know, I get it, but like that's still a really like popular Mortal Kombat
Right?
game, and
Yeah,
it's
that's a
still
dick
being
punch.
played. Dude, that's crazy. to me to think
How old is
about.
this game?
Not that
It's old, dude. It's not what
Old.
9? Yeah, 9 is old.
Really?
Yeah, nine
Yeah.
is like 2 games old now.
Yeah,
It's like 4 or 5 years old now at this point.
yeah. Yep. It's pretty old.
I didn't think.
You
it was
know,
that old.
speaking of shady companies, man, GameStop, man, did you hear about that?
Whoa! Yeah!
All their
Trump-
stores.
Trump was battling the CEO of GameStop on Twitter. Did you guys see that? And he told him, "I will bury you and take your stores away from you if you don't comply with martial law and shit. I will come in and ruin you, eviscerate you." And I'm just like, good on Trump for that shit.
I don't know,
Good
man.
on
him.
I understand them being irritated though, because I really don't like the government telling companies when they should close down. Especially like, I get that that GameStop isn't exactly necessary, but this is also like going to be the most important time for video games in a long time.
You gotta understand, GameStop wasn't giving their employees any type of, anything to,
Sure.
respirators or anything.
Yeah.
So I don't blame Trump for turning around.
Well,
and
dude,
going,
it's
"Hey,
not
man, if
like
you're not gonna do that."
It's not like anywhere else is doing that either, man. You know how many restaurants I've gone to and the people are just wearing gloves?
Well, I just watched Walmart delivering food to me, and they had like a hazmat suit on technically.
Sorry, Jack. I just saw that. All right, go ahead, continue.
I think honestly, GameStop should have shut down all along. They should have, or had curbside service. Best Buy's going to
when they close, dog, I'm going for those clearance sales.
Well, supposedly GameStop's working on options to have curbside service where you just go in your car and just go pick up your games that way. Best Buy's doing that. They're doing curbside service or home delivery. So GameStop needs to get with the times, though. Honestly.
Yo, that reminds me, man. That reminds me. Hold on.
They should disappear, GameStop.
Because speaking of GameStop, I mean, there's a reason though. All right, so
Animal Crossing?
no, so this was marked at like $9 as clearance, right? So I was like $9, Mega Man 11 figurines. Fuck yeah, dude, let's fucking roll. So I bought this shit. It was like $2.
Make sure to wipe that shit down.
This was $2, dude. No, I'm just saying that like this was actually $2. This wasn't $9. I picked up the rest of that Starlink shit. So I got all the figurines for these guys.
Hell yeah.
But they're like 99 cents, bro. 99 fucking cents. I was like, yo, I'm going in. So like $3 for all this shit. Usually like at full retail is like $30-$40.
So I guess the story goes with GameStop is Trump ordered them to shut down. That's how this all went down on Twitter. Told the CEO, if you don't shut down, I'm going to shut you down anyway.
So are you telling me Reggie wasn't ready?
Reggie wasn't ready for Trump at all. He's not going into power until April. And Reggie came out with a statement saying if it was him, he would have had all the GameStops have curbside service and whatnot already by now. He said it's disappointing that, I'm coming into a place that, can't even offer hand sanitizer and whatnot to their employees to keep them safe.
Yo, that explains the printout sheet that was on the window. They were saying it was saying something about
Yeah, they were treating it like a food service. They were
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
classify
yeah.
themselves as a food service. And when Trump went back and forth with the CEO on Twitter, he was like, "Listen, you have to comply with martial law. If you're not, then I'm just going to shut you down permanently for good.
Please do.
If you're not,
So-
and I will fine you up the ass." That's what he basically said.
So GameStop's going down. GameStop's going down. GameStop's going down.
Well, I get why I get why GameStop stayed open. I get it because they were surging in sales. That's what the CEO was saying, and they don't want to shut down because they don't want to go out of business. I get it.
So they're gonna do the curbside thing.
That's what
instead
they're
of-
that's what they're talking about doing.
because
Like Best Buy.
like look, I hate fucking GameStop. I really fucking do. But like that shit right there, dude, they do get some pretty good fucking sales sometimes. You know what I mean? Like you can get in there,
Well,
spend maybe $20 and walk out with like $150 worth of shit sometimes.
Well, Best Buy's doing curbside service where they'll have your name on the side of the curb, and then they'll have it in a box, and you just take your stuff and go.
That's a perfectly fine compromise.
I'm okay
to
with
me.
that. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
that's the whole thing. This is what businesses should be doing. They should be switching to curbside pickup and delivery and shit like that. With like, well, for restaurants it's super easy because they just do like Uber Eats and stuff.
Has
but-
anybody else? Speaking of this though, I'm sorry, Pete. Go ahead and finish. Then I'll say what I have to say.
I mean, that
afterwards.
was basically it. So
Okay. Has anybody fucking noticed the massive sales for gaming
Yes.
lately?
oh yeah,
Yes.
Dude,
Yeah.
Steam within like the 4 days has had like
four
three
sales.
different
Yeah,
4 different seasonal sales, dude. I'm like, where the fuck is this coming from? I went to Epic, fucking sales everywhere. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
I
but
went to-
that's
Humble
kinda
bundle,
hilarious.
humble bundle, same thing. A lot of
Humble
these sites-
bundle, dude. They're killing it right now, dog.
Yeah,
because
because
they
he's
know
making-
gamers are at the computer. That's why, and they
Yeah.
know they're gonna buy.
Oh,
That's
not just
why.
games. Yeah, everybody's at the computer now, and so people
Yeah.
who wouldn't even normally buy a whole lot of games, they're going to be buying games because what the fuck else?
Nintendo
Ubisoft
is having
is?
a sale. Did you
Speaking
know
of
that?
which, did you guys know about like Steam's thing where like right now they're at the all-time high that they've ever been when it comes
Yep.
to users generated online?
Yeah, they're even. They
CS:GO
like
had a boom of people. They actually the servers went down at one point for CS:GO because so many people were flooding it. That's why. That's why CS:GO went down. They were up to 1 million people on their servers.
Oh my god, I love it, dude. I
And
love it.
guess what? Guess what has and who hasn't like been doing well? Epic. Got it. Had a shit done there.
This
So,
fucking guy.
Another service that went down, Disney Plus went down. They had over 1 million
Wow.
people saturating their servers, so they went down. Netflix went down because there was too many people they could handle. That's why all these companies are asking the government to give them more spectrum.
That's fucking amazing, dude. I love it, dude. I don't know. I mean, yes, it's terrible that this is going on, but you know, in our world, dude, like our world right now that like older people are ignoring, like I kind of like that, dude. Like I love the fact that like gaming in general is exploding off the fucking
Hey
charts
man,
right now.
you know
dude.
what's exciting is my mother. She was like, so we had to renew on DirecTV, right? And my mom just said, "Screw it, I'm just gonna go to all these streaming services."
Good girl, good fucking girl.
I was
Yeah.
I was kind of excited about that.
Your mom made a good decision.
Well, what the cool part with the most streaming TV services, they bundle it, so like you get Disney Plus, you get HBO
Oh,
Go,
that's
things like that for like $100. So you get all these services all in one. which
So
is pretty
anyways,
cool.
Just curious now that we're talking about this, what's everyone been doing like with the whole quarantine situation? Like any
Bruh.
new games or any like
Ben's
shit?
watching TV,
Man, whoo.
catching
Fucking
up on the
dude.
shows.
Overwatch, fucking Doom Eternal.
yeah, Doom
And this is
Eternal,
not a
as
plug
I'm
for the
playing
fucking.
now.
This is not a plug for the game, but I have been playing Raid Shadow Legends like a fucking crack fiend.
Oh, you're
Um,
into mobile games as well. Nice.
Hey guys, shout out to the vape game because I've been vaping a lot more and trying out all my juice flavors. Yeah.
I'm just-
So this is I was gonna save this for the channel, but you know what? Since the vape game is gonna be launching a lot of shit tonight, I felt a nice little sneak peek of the Dawpo. Tell me that mod box isn't fucking sexy, dude. I love the Hanya.
How many watts?
5 million. No, I'm wrong person.
I really don't know. I think they said it was like 200.
Well, out of this shutdown, I've been trying. I've been working. Been doing little working out segments outside here and there.
I've even gone outside like quite a while now.
You know
Because
what?
we're not
Most
actually
of
on
our
lockdown, so I go outside. It's awesome, dude. There's no
Dude,
fucking traffic. Nobody's in line.
The ones
Right?
in line, freeways are great, so you could just drive all day long and be good.
Bro, like I had a full-on conversation with a Wiener Central cashier the other day when we were driving through. I was making her laugh her fucking ass off, dude. Because like,
For hitting out women on the street.
bro, like it has been fucking awesome. Like I made the cashier at fucking Human Being crack up because like I was talking shit to her. I was talking shit to the Wiener Central chick, and dude, like, you know what, dude? Like with this horrible situation, they actually shared a bit about themselves, right? Like we actually had a full-on conversation because nobody was behind me. So it was like, yeah, man, this is great. Like there's no lines. Everybody's tensions are kind of low for those that are actually out.
Jack said, don't even bother playing that mobile ever again. Grim, I'm sorry if it sounds harsh.
You're forbidden.
To you. But you should have.
Sir, you should probably try it yourself.
Yo, Brim, you should not play mobile games. Microtransactions.
I've been playing a lot of MMOs, a lot of those MMOs on the phone lately.
Oh, which one? Oh, which one? Which ones have you tried?
There's a few of them. I'd have to look at my phone, but there's a few that I've downloaded off of Instagram, and they're free to play.
Dude, this quarantine shit has been so good because I've been catching up on Steins Gate. I'm almost done Steins Gate now because of all this quarantine
No,
stuff.
I'll tell you what the good thing that's gonna come out of this
the
is.
one game Brimstone Dragon Regia. that's the one I've been playing a lot of lately.
Yeah, boy.
Free to play, and then Black Desert Online on the phone. I've been playing a shit ton of that.
Fantastic fucking game, isn't it?
Also, dude,
On the
gonna be
phone,
some
yes,
good
it's
Oh,
more
that's not what I
optimized than the
wanted to
PC
fucking
version. That's sad.
There's some really
Been
great things that are
tapping
going to
into
come
the
out of
phone.
this. Is like a lot more people are going to start working from home. A lot more people are going to learn how to not go outside as often. Because, I mean, we should just be doing that more generally. That's the thing. This virus wouldn't have even been all that big of a deal if a lot of our interactions were online like they should have been a long-ass fucking time ago.
and people are freaking out like, "Oh, dude, I can't go out." It's like, yo, we live in the technology golden age, and you're complaining about having to
let's
be
get
locked
real.
in.
Let's get real. Most of us go to the store, come back, play video games. Most of us. Like, most of us go out for a drive, come back, play video games.
And honestly,
Like, a lot of us are not outside all the time.
honestly, I can see people just doing home workouts now because I can sort of just get into that now.
So when you say home workout, are we talking, you know?
You
know,
know? That?
So,
Know what I
I'm
mean?
about to say you can shut up, Peep. It's like, oh no.
Oh, I'm sorry. In Blue's case, is it like?
Fuck.
he's sponsored by Jergens and fucking cocoa butter
Listen,
and,
it's also
and
just also-
Trojan condoms.
Yeah, man. You just don't want to kid yourself a lot of times.
Yo, I gotta say this though. Don't be knocking on that cocoa butter unless you try it, bro. That's pretty good.
Cocoa butter's amazing though. So Blue, I got a question. Does Gold Bond your best friend?
Dude, we're all like the best of pros. Like, it's like, hey,
Do you put that minty fresh stuff on your feet and just have fun with yourself?
dude. Like, I can't get into it because it'd be too private. But yeah,
Dog,
for sure.
like, can you imagine giving yourself a foot job? That would be fucking hard, dude. Like having your foot up in that bitch.
Here's the
I don't
thing,
think it's
it kind of feels
possible.
like you can't really do that because I'm not flexible. Also, it'd feel like tickling yourself. To be honest. So it's like, yeah, it wouldn't be that
You're like,
interesting.
you're like my pinky toe slipped. It went in my
I
asshole.
think one thing with the shutdown that's been pretty good is I've been bench watching a lot of TV shows like lately. Like a
Yeah,
lot of them.
I've been watching some good anime.
Amazon Prime. I've been hitting up Demon or what's the one with Al Pacino. I've been watching that show like crazy. Hunter X
Pacino?
Hunter.
Oh, that's an anime. Good shit.
Not Hunter X Hunter or Hunter X or something like that. The one they go and hunt what is it Nazis and whatnot.
Oh yeah. I know.
I've
I know
been I finally got around to watching The Boys. That was really good.
Oh,
I
yeah.
enjoyed that
Why,
show.
dude? Yo, this shit was like ridiculous, bro.
It was over the top stupid, but I had a good laugh.
Yo, you know what's funny is dude, like for some reason Valerie was in the mood for something stupid. We watched fucking Step Brothers last night again.
Jesus Christ. I watched speaking of that, I watched Talladega Nights.
Oh God.
What did you do at war? What I said you got a lumpy butt. What
Did you
else
say
did you guys
lumpy
do,
what?
boys? we threw Chips War medals off the bridge. I've been watching a lot of old movies and chilling.
Let's see, like what? Me and Pete and the guys we watched. What was it? We watched How High.
Yep.
And fucking what was it?
Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard was funny, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Like I
Dude,
I did not give that movie any credit when it first came out, bro. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
fuck that movie.
I
That shit
love
looked
that
dumb
movie.
as fuck, dude. Oh, I should have saw it in the theaters. I should have.
I don't watch mediocre movies, so.
Oh,
you haven't even
wow,
seen
this
it. You can't even
motherfucker.
say that. Cocksucker, man.
Well, you
I
gotta
haven't
remember, he did say he was in the mood to be in a contrarian today, so.
Right?
Put
No,
that in
like I haven't.
perspective.
No, like here's the thing. I haven't seen Dukes of Hazzard. I'm just shit talking it, just to shit talk it.
Yep. Well, that's because you're a douche.
Also, I don't plan to watch it, to be honest.
Did finish that.
Oh,
one.
it's called Hunters. My bad. So Hunters, and then I've been watching a little bit of Jack Ryan. I finished The Boys. I need to watch The Expanse eventually.
Dude,
Get around to
yeah.
that.
Oh my
Get
god, that's a
around to
good
that.
show.
My mom wants to watch that.
God,
Like
I've
since
had
she switched over to streaming, and I showed her how easy the Fire Stick is, the 4K HDR one. She's been watching so much of those shows. I watched since we got a year of Apple TV. I've been watching The Morning Show with Jennifer Aniston and Steve Carell, and that shit's hilarious. I get why I got
Really? You think Steve Carell's funny?
Yes.
Like some of the stuff is good, I guess.
The
but-
Office. It reminded me so much of The Office, but seriousness.
Oh, okay. I can see the appeal of that then. Yeah.
Like Steve
Because The Office
Carell
was pretty
serious.
funny.
Steve Carell serious, not being a comedy actor, is really good. And then if you
Okay.
add Jennifer Aniston, like you can't go wrong with Jennifer Aniston right now.
True. Absolutely. Yeah.
And
I agree with that.
Amy, what's her name? The one that's the comedy actress, Amy Fuller or whatever her name is.
Schumer.
Not Schumer. The one that hangs around with Tina Fey all the time. The other chick, her co-partner.
I think I know who you're talking about.
She's really funny as well. So it works out for itself.
Okay. All right.
Everyone's just been watching shit during quarantine.
Pretty much, dude. Like, I mean, it's been movies and yeah, just movies. We watched. Dude, you know who's got balls here on YouTube that like I'm actually surprised he went back to his hometown or his home country. Fucking Mikey Chan, dude. Like, if you guys don't know who that is, he's a food YouTuber, and dude, that motherfucker went back to China, dude, to do food reviews. I'm like, bro, like Jesus.
You want to go in the heart of it all?
Christ.
Jesus Christ!
Like,
You know
I was
who else I've been watching? I've been watching home improvement shows, catching up on my my Property Brothers.
Oh,
gotta,
God.
gotta catch up on my Property
yeah,
Brothers.
boy.
I can't
So
believe
I've
you
been
watch
watching
Home.
seasons.
Dude, Property Brothers are amazing. I love those guys.
I've been
I can't
catching
believe
up
you-
on what is it,
Rev.
Hometown, all these fix it up shows that I've been missing out on. Gordon
Rev, I can't-
Ramsay, I don't give a shit. Don't give a fuck. Nines, wines.
Rav,
and
I can't believe you
drive-ins.
unironically watch home improvement shows.
Dude, the Property Brothers are amazing. I learn a lot.
They
of things
are,
from them.
dude. You do. You learn a lot from those guys.
And
yeah.
they're funny and they're hilarious to me.
Dude, they shit talk a lot, dude. They shit
Yeah.
on each other so much, dude. But they're like the perfect dynamic duo, though. One is working on it on the land, physically working on the house, and has a team, and the other one's a fucking broker. Like perfect.
I've been watching Love It or Listed. I've been watching what is it? The
See, I
selling
was always
shows.
partial to This Old House, but you know maybe that's
This
just
old
me.
house was good. No, you're good.
I watched Restaurant Impossible. I binge watched the last 2 seasons that I missed.
Yo, any vapors out there? Let me know if these flavors are any good. I got these from Element Vape. It was the mystery box.
Which ones are they?
This is Steezy Vape Co.
That is really
And
good.
It's called The Blue. I don't know if it focuses in on right.
I've had that one before. That's
and
really
this
good.
one is by Ethos Vapes called Candy Treats.
You got to tell me how that is because I've never seen that one before.
And it's fruit bites. So it's like looks like it's fruit bites. I don't know what the fuck that even means.
Here's
But this is
another-
120 mil and this one is 100 mil. And I got it for a pretty good price. So
Here's Vape and Co. Another juice from them.
yeah, boy.
They're based out of Colorado.
Sweet deal. Sweet.
Vape and Co. is an amazing company. They make
I'm
tons
so
of good
hyped
fruity
for my
flavors.
Rev.
Yo, Pete, are you doing this shit on easy?
No, this is Ultraviolence.
Huh.
I am
I'm trying to-
I am leveled up though, cause
Oh, are ya?
yeah, cause I've gotten through like level 7, so I've got a bunch of like suit upgrades and shit.
I will make sure to remember that, Jack. Also,
Wait,
I've been
say.
watching. He's just correcting me on how to say that show
Get it?
with Al Pacino.
Wait,
Also
no,
watched,
no. He's thinking of the anime. You're not talking about an
Oh.
anime, right?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So there's a show called Hunter, or yeah, I think it's just Hunter.
Hunter
One of the
X.
Hunters.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's not Hunter X, Hunter Cross Hunter, whatever you fucking call it. That's the anime. That's not what Rev's talking
I
about.
also watched the best football movie ever made called Any Given Sunday.
Any Given Sunday. Is that the one where the guy loses his fucking eyeball?
Yes. Yes.
Fucking love that movie, dude. Like,
And then he has the best
Oh.
speech ever in a movie.
True.
Like Al Pacino, like that was like prime Al Pacino next
You know,
to
I like-
Charlie Hello to My Little Friend.
Scarface.
Scarface.
Scarface,
fucking-
yeah, those are the.
On his table, man.
It's so long.
No, my Bethesda just disconnected from online too.
You're still live, bro. Like you're live
Yeah,
on.
I think
Yeah,
it's.
but-
I think it just
Oh,
recovered.
okay. I see it.
Yeah, so
okay.
I just had a momentary lapse of fucking internet there for a hot second.
Well, that's what you get for using a fucking Pentium 4 in 2020, dog. What's wrong with you?
This fucking asshole.
Be careful. He's gonna tell you how it's actually good.
Pentium 4? No, I'm alright.
You're gonna tell us it's actually the best type of internet ever, yo.
I've been binge watching
Best
a lot
internet
of,
in my area, you jackass.
You know,
Yeah.
on the YouTube side, I've been binge watching Random Frank P. What's the other one? Yes, Review Tech USA. I have been binge watching his ass.
Why are you trying to
Man.
catch up with the stupidity?
No, it's more of I do enjoy some of his videos though. Like he did have you could buy
I
it $190 PC, and he was showing how it can run Doom in this day and age for a 6-year-old processor.
Right. I get that. Yeah.
I've
Doom
been
actually
watching videos
runs
like
pretty
that.
fucking good.
No.
So,
Oh yeah, that's right. The diciness. Are you boys with me? Hey, Pete.
What?
Doom. What are your
Wait,
bitches,
real
dog?
quick. I wanna,
oh, well, that's alright. So, are we gonna get into this?
wait,
Let's do
I wanna
this.
finish
Let's
this
what?
up
No,
real
no.
quick.
Let's wait. What, Blue?
What was it? Is anything? Have you guys been playing anything else, or just other than Doom?
No, I've only been playing Doom since it came out.
I played. You know what? I did play with Herrick. I played some of that Modern Warfare by BR on. Yeah, that was.
I played
that was
with
a fun
these
time.
gentlemen Modern Warfare. I've been playing a little bit of.
Yeah.
I want to get back into Monster Hunter because they just updated some of the weapons and shit to that game. I want to get back into that.
Yes, dude. The fucking community on that thing went.
Mostly,
Through the fucking
mostly
roof.
mobile games that I've been playing, like Mobile Legends.
you're
I
a
played a little
sinner.
bit. I've always been down with mobile games, so
Yeah, whatever, dude. It's,
I don't have a judgment call when it comes to mobile games, man. They're fun in their own right.
actually, to be fair, I can't say anything on mobile games.
No, you really
What's the
can't.
other? What's the other game that that's on the Switch? That's like League of Legends.
Oh, Arena of Valor.
I've been playing that on the phone too, here and there.
It's a great game, dude. It's a great game. I love that game.
I wish that was on PC, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I've been doing is Doom and Fake Go, and a little bit
Rev.
of Destiny, honestly.
Yeah.
Jack says, "Hit me up when you go overnight, Brem. I want to be in your show." I think he means the Night Owl shit.
He wants
Was
your
he doing
Okay.
the night hour or the overtime? Because we're doing overtime after this.
All right. So
Anyways,
what do you guys? So let's. Since I probably have the most negative shit, I'm gonna go
Hold on. So
the
I'm
last.
gonna disqualify myself because I haven't played it yet. So I
Fair
out
enough.
of this conversation.
Well,
I've
you
just
can
watched
comment on
League
what
of
you've
Legends.
seen, but yeah, it wouldn't be.
This is a
Yeah.
pre. By the way, this is all pre-disclaimer because I think none of you guys have beaten it yet. I'm almost done the game, but I don't know yet.
I'm more than halfway through, so. But go ahead, Blue.
Possible. I fucking love this game so far. Like, I'm really enjoying the fast-paced combat and the. I mean, I do got like a little bit of problems where I just feel like I'm made of paper sometimes.
I don't see that, but you know.
Cause I'm just getting. Cause a lot of times I was shooting, I'll just lose like all my health in one shot.
Oh.
You got what I mean, or no?
No, yeah, I get you. Are you playing on Ultra Violence or Nightmare?
I'm playing on. think me and you are on the same difficulty. Ultra violence, right?
Yeah, all three of us are. Yeah.
Oh.
All three.
I mean, it's sort of the balance because I don't plan to play on a higher difficulty because I've seen higher difficulties. It's basically just you're made of paper and everything else takes more shots, which I don't consider that difficulty.
I'm kind of with you, Blue, on that. I'll probably play it at the second from the hardest difficulty, or like.
I mean, I think you should because that's like the best way to play it.
I just want to get honestly. I just want the best way to get it done fast enough. I don't want to sit around. I'm not trying to 100% the game, so I'm just wanting to get
I
all the
haven't been
sequence
doing
and
that
everything.
either.
I just want to get through it and be done. Because I got other games too. Like I want to. They just added on the Xbox Game Pass the Surge 2. I want to play that.
I mean, I think the combat is pretty dynamic. I really love the combat of this game so far. Like in the gunplay, probably the best Doom has ever. Like I don't
It
say the
is
best.
pretty
Definitely the
sexy,
best
I'm not gonna
gunplay.
lie.
Yeah.
Vulcan on that game looks beautiful.
Yes. Oh my
I mean,
god.
he's well-
The
That is
game
well
looks
done.
fucking gorgeous. I will fucking fully admit, like,
That's how a
no
game should
qualms
be
about
developed.
it. Yeah, and it plays smooth as. It's not. It doesn't run quite as well as Doom 2016. Probably because of all the extra particle effects and fucking all the other shit that they added in.
And
but
I want to thank OBS too for allowing that game to run with Vulcan on too. That's beautiful.
yeah, it plays great. It's gorgeous. The gunplay is awesome. What
The
about you,
story
Brad?
is surprisingly really interesting. I was like the sports. Sorry to me to go on about this, but the story was surprisingly interesting. Like it's beyond what I expected, and I'm kind of invested beyond like what I actually expected because I didn't think Doom would have like a story. To be honest, I know I'm about to get a lecture about the lore cards, but
No, you're fine, dude. I'm not gonna lecture you, dude. You're good.
but I just didn't expect a story or even a half decent story. But I was wrong. Like the story is decent so far. I'm enjoying it. It's not the best thing in the
right
world.
now, if you
but
guys are looking for some good, sorry for interrupting there, but if you're looking for some good games on sale right now, Ubisoft's having a blowout sale right now. 75% off on all their games.
Ooh,
It's a good deal.
sexy. That's sexy.
So if you're looking to play some of the newest Ghost Recon games, there you go.
it's also difficulty is balanced. Like I think if you just want to play the game and have an experience, Ultra Violence is the best one
yeah, absolutely. Yep.
because
that.
I know everyone wants to do higher difficulties, but I think higher difficulties are dumb because I just don't consider it difficulty when you die in one shot, but the enemies are more durable.
Right.
I don't consider that difficult. I know people do, but I'm like, no, this isn't difficulty. This is just punishing the player for making a mistake one time.
All right, on to me then.
Let's go, Pete. Let's do this.
Controversial opinion.
It is time for the controversy. I'm about to lay down the gospel. I actually agree. I read a Reddit
Okay,
post
you're right,
that had
spirits.
a lot of people agreeing with it, and I completely agree with it. I don't like the direction they took it in. I think
How do
they
you
made a
mean?
lot of improvements, but they took a lot of steps back. Now, that's not to say it's a bad game, because it's not. It's a good game.
Right.
And also a lot of it is, it's just not for me. I'm not a big fan of the new combat style. I didn't even really like glory kills from the get-go, but at
That's
least they
understandable.
weren't forced in 2016, whereas in this one, it's fucking everything, dude. It's glory kills, it's chainsawing, it's fucking using your silly shoulder-mounted flamethrower. Fuck you guys.
I haven't used that thing once.
I keep forgetting about it, dude. I keep forgetting about it.
It's tough not to because you need the armor, and that's the only way to get armor. It's weird, right? Like, they went balls deep with their 2016, like, rip and tear, full-on, balls to the wall combat method. I don't know what you want to call it, but, idea of what combat should be. And I personally do not like that direction quite as much. I enjoyed Doom 2016 a lot more than I enjoyed this one in that aspect. There's also a lot of, like, it's all, like I said, they took a lot of steps forward, but they took a lot of steps back. But the steps they took back weren't quite as bad as the steps they took forward. So overall, it's a better game, but I still think it's kind of a dick punch, like the level design, right? In 2016, the levels actually...
Oh, I disagree here.
No, dude. When you play in 2016, the levels actually looked and felt like they were part of a bigger structure, right? Whereas in a lot of levels in this game, man, all the little jump pads and shit. I mean, this is like a desolate blown up wasteland, and yet there's fucking jump pads at the perfect spot to get you up to higher ledges and shit like that. It totally takes you out of the experience in a way that
I think that's
2016 didn't.
I think that's way more that they're trying to like pay caters to the parkour mechanic they have now.
Oh, and
Well, they could have done that without doing that shit though. Like the grab bars are fine because you can always have a bar, a piece of pipe sticking out from the side of nowhere that you could then vault onto a higher thing for. But a jump pad, it's like that immediately breaks the immersion for me. It's like, okay, you guys placed this jump pad here so I could get up onto this ledge, and there's no reason in level for that jump pad to be there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like it just when you're fighting in the arenas, they don't feel like a natural part of the set. They feel like an arena that was built for gameplay. And I mean, like I said, it's not horrible or anything. It's just
I love the level design.
I mean, it's not like they're bad levels because they're not. They're well designed. They play really well. They're fun to run around in. They look gorgeous. But I liked how 2016's felt a lot more natural.
I'll be right back.
Yep.
God damn it, Pete! Couldn't you have been like less in depth so that way I could have crunched on it a little
Right?
bit, dude? 'Cause I'm so far agreeing with you, dude.
No, bro, it's just a bad game, dog. Come on, man. Doom 3 was the best. Get off my back.
So,
I was making money for that one.
So I can see your points though, because I just got done playing 2016 for a little bit, and you're right. Like it does feel like you're a part of this like massive fucking thing.
Yeah.
But your focal points are trying to figure the level out without actually any obvious jump paths, like you're saying. Like that's pretty obvious as what you got to do to progress to each level. Which, you know what, you hit it, dude. I'm right there with you on that. So, God damn it, Pete, why are you letting me agree with you?
And there's a lot of things like that. But like I said, overall, it's still an improvement because it plays great. The combat is super fun. I'm not a big fan of the combat because I don't like all the weapon swapping and fucking you're constantly running out of ammo. I think it was way better done in 2016. I think they could have even done it even better.
Yeah, I'm not sure
works.
if I like that whole. I don't know if I like the dynamic of running out of ammo than switching directly to the chainsaw. And then if you're fighting like the arachnid or any of the other ones, like you can't really like saw them off, right off the bat. They could end up killing you if you get too close because your guy drops his fucking chainsaw down, and you're like, fuck, like. Yeah,
and I get they tried to keep enough fodder around so you always have a chainsaw target, but I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it could have been done better. I could have been done better. I think with a little more thought and effort, they could have tailored their combat style to.
Because a lot of thought in this game.
They did and they didn't. It's. I don't know. And then I read a bunch of people who didn't like. I could totally understand it. They didn't like how now all the almost all the not upgrades, but like the pickups glow. I get they're kind of going for more of a retro feel, but again, it kind of takes you out of the immersion because here's all this desolate, gorgeous looking scenery, and then bam, right in the middle of it is a giant green glowing piece of armor, and it's just like, come on, guys, maybe you could have muted that a little bit, made it blend in a little bit more.
Toned it down.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would have been
like
okay
I said,
if
still a great game, and if you liked the combat of 2016. You will probably
love this
because it's just that, but turned up to 11. That's all it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So yeah, if you like, some people said the aesthetics were a little too different. This one's a little more gaudy. I could see that, but it's not.
I love
so
the whole gaudy aesthetic.
Well, that's it. One, it's not bad for a gaudy aesthetic, and two, it works. You know what I mean?
I feel like it fits in well, and
it fits in well enough.
The whole story beats in the game.
Well, I mean,
I haven't actually gone through a lot of the story. I've not run through the code. Oh, no, I didn't skip this cutscenes, but I didn't read any of the codex yet or anything like that.
No, but like, what do you think of the old cutscenes and all that? That's what I'm talking about because I haven't read the codex either.
The cutscenes are pretty well done.
Yeah, they're pretty well done.
Like they did a really good job with it. Yeah, because like that's one thing that's one thing I actually appreciate when it comes to like games like this that have a good story, is because like when you see some of those other games like it's hard to like come up with an example right now. Of course it is. Like Halo, for instance. Usually there's only a cutscene on the ship, and they tell you where you got to go. Then you have to teleport back, and there's a cutscene. They actually have cutscenes within the fucking game on this, where you're actually going
most of
through,
them,
which I really like that. So
yeah. Yep. So, yeah, if you like 2016's Combat, you will most likely like this one. Most everything remains unchanged except for the added mechanics. Although one thing I will say, man, and this is fucking, I think this is silly as shit, and it makes everything feel tacked on. Because like you go to your suit, right, and you've got your ice grenade upgrades and your regular grenade upgrades, but then to upgrade your little flame belcher thing, that's in a completely separate system. And it's like, why are those three things separate? It doesn't make any sense. If two of them are on your suit, then why wouldn't the other one be upgraded with your suit? And there's a lot of weird things like that where it's like, it seems like a couple of the mechanics were just like tacked on at a way later date, and there's no continuity to it. Which, I mean, it doesn't end up being horrible because they're all pretty much balanced in how often you get the upgrades and how much you can upgrade each one, except for ammo, man. I don't know if I double the amount of ammo you have for every gun, but
I maxed out my ammo upgrade stat.
I did too.
And
As you can see right there, 1, 2, 3, 4 before health and armor even. Certainly the shotgun needed more ammo. I'm okay with
that one.
I'm okay with the minigun and the Jesus.
Heavy cannon.
Yeah, well, no. That ammo, that's okay because you get quite a lot for the heavy cannon and minigun. But then the pulse rifle or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Those are okay, but man, the shot having only 10. I've got ammo upgraded all the fucking way, and I only get, I think it's 10 shots with the super shotgun total. Like for each ammo fill up, and dude, you can blow through that in 3 seconds flat, and then you're out of shotgun ammo, which fucking sucks. Because you need the fucking grenades for so many fucking things.
You
it's
can
like
substitute the heavy cannon for some stuff.
For some stuff, but not all. Like Cacodemons, you have to have a heavy a shotgun grenade to get those.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing else around it. Like unless you want to be firing bullets at it for fucking ever. You know, so it's like.
Since we're talking about Doom, bro, I love the.
I'm having a sugar explosion in my mouth right now. It's so good.
Oh wait! That's not sugar. That's my dick.
Shut the fuck up. By the way, cherry vanilla is awesome. I like it.
Is it? That's good. That's good.
Yeah, it is really good.
The battle mode. Let's talk about it. The battle mode in this game is fucking addicting.
Hey man, when I kill monsters, I kill them with my dick.
I mean, so do I. So does Pete. I mean, I would say Blue, but we don't know what he looks like, so I can't really comment.
Hey man, Blue's not in the pants party, man.
I mean, we're pants too. Come on.
No, seriously though, the battle mode, you guys. The battle mode, like, I thought I was gonna hate it, but I actually really fucking like it. Like, it is sick as fuck, dude. You and your bros can fucking go into a private match, level up your shit, get those fucking free goodies from the club. You team up with your buddy to be a demon. You guys pick demons to complement each other to go after who plays the Slayer. It's a lot of fun, dude. Like me and Ryth and Metro like cracked down on it. What was it, last night or the night before, bro? Oh,
can I say this? Like, GameStop, go fuck yourself. You screwed me out of my order, asshole. So I had to go buy it separately on Steam. It's so stupid. So there goes my Doom 64 went bye-bye and everything went bye because they canceled my order. That's the only complaint I have about Doom Eternal.
Dude, straight up, I'll show you my games. You can have it.
The jump puzzles.
What? I can have your Doom 64?
This shit.
Yeah.
Stop this shit.
I agree with Pete here.
First-person shooter fucking developers, stop putting fucking jump puzzles in your goddamn games. Even if you do it the best it could possibly be.
Why do I hear complaining, Pete? Every time a game comes out, I hear complaints.
Because I am. Even if you do it as absolutely perfect as it can be done, which Doom, to be fair, is pretty goddamn close. So, it's not the best, but it's close.
So you're like that chick that goes to the restaurant and complains about everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're saying Pete is essentially a Karen.
Yes.
Yeah.
When it comes to video games, I am, man. Because I'm sorry, like, you just can't do jump puzzles in a first-person shooter game like you can in third or side-scrolling. It's just not possible. There's no sense of scale when you're jumping towards something.
I mean, I just kind of disagree with this.
Oh, you can disagree all you want. You're free to be wrong.
Oh my god,
Yo, Pete just straight up like said skip, turn, and reverse
he
Uno.
He just went bam, ka-chow, and quoted Blue's own quote at him. Ouch.
Hey,
I mean, the thing is just I think first-person parkour games can be really good because like I think it hits you more when it's in first person than third person.
Throw Mirror's Edge at me, sure.
Like, Mirror's Edge is a great parkour game, and it's also first person.
Yeah, so is Titanfall 2, but it's not the same as platforming jump puzzles.
I don't know
but
if we go that
you know
far.
what though? But you know what though? The platforming in that game was actually made for those games. You know what I mean? Like it was actually an intention design. Where like I see where Pete's coming from. Like I actually agree with it. I didn't really thought about it that way. Is all of a sudden you're in the middle of hell, literally in hell, and there's a fucking hover pad there. Like what? Like okay, I guess.
I've seen that in space. I've seen that in space games though too.
Space games, sure, but this isn't a space game.
But like,
you're on Mars. You're on Mars. What?
No, you're not on Mars.
No, you're on Earth, bro.
Game.
No, this is
on
Earth,
Earth,
dog.
Well, this is considered a sci-fi game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
the clashing of the theme though.
Oh yeah, I'm not trying to compare it to another game, but I'm kind of comparing it to I mean, I know it's a bad comparison and I know I'm gonna get flack for saying this, but it's kind of like what's the difference with Halo doing the same thing though?
Halo is quite literally.
I know it's not.
No, because you look at Halo, you look at Halo, right? And they actually have machines that run on hover technology, right? You look at the way the planet shit goes on when you play, and it's in every fucking Halo game. Like that, there's a place for it, and that's perfect for that, right? But when you're in hell and you're in a war-torn area between humans and demons, and the most high-tech thing these motherfuckers have is a rocket pack and a fucking and hand cannons. Like it literally, like the hover pad things do, like in my opinion, obviously, don't mesh well with it. Like it's weird. It's just it'd be like, you know what, dude? It'd be like us playing Halo, and then all of a sudden you're playing in hell. You'd be what?
I think you're just nitpicking, dog.
I think Halo 5 is hell, but that's another story for another time.
Oh, don't talk about sacred stuff that you know.
So is your sex life, Blue, but no one talks about that.
Oh!
Rest in peace, this man's whole career.
Yeah.
I'm actually excited for the new Halo, Infinite, man.
Sure, but Halo 5 is bad. Halo 5 is a bad game, no matter which way you slice it.
Halo 5 is a bad game.
The multiplayer was great.
I liked it. Yeah, I liked it.
But campaign was horrible. Like
it depends on the person though.
Not depends on the person. It's a universal fact that Halo 5's campaign is bad.
I found some joy in it, like I did Gears of War Judgment in a way.
Hey, you know what, Blue? It's a universal fact that feet actually gain more fucking.
Oh my god!
Gain more. It gains more. You can get more fucking diseases from your feet if you don't take care of them, and yet you're still fucking them. So I mean, I'm just saying, dog.
Oh man!
Like
No, Bram. I'm sorry that you just like trash games. It's okay.
And
like
I'm sorry you like
Legends.
disease-ridden feet, but you know what? It's all good.
So you like trash games like Great Shadow Legends.
Hey, the more yellow on the toll, the better, right? So I have a question. Do you have levels of toes that you can't suck, like with the yellow, the yellow toe, the green toe, man?
So on
nails.
Do you have a 1 to 5 callus rating?
It's kind of complicated.
It's making this shit out to be complicated, bro.
So how many inches on the callus that you gotta have before you can
There's
suck
nothing
on it?
complicated about this shit, dude.
I mean,
there's nothing complicated about liking boobs, bro. I like boobs. That's the beginning and end of that fucking thing.
No, it is complicated.
No, it's not.
Size matter.
Yeah, because foot fetish is the most intellectual fetish, right? It's only for the top tier guys.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Only for the top 1%.
Right there.
And Bram, I don't think a bronze player can start talking to me like this. So.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and I don't think a fucking Fate Go player that spends over $1,000 should be talking to me like this.
You shut your mouth.
Get fucking shitted on.
Roasted.
You shut your mouth on my Fako.
Fatality, victory rules.
I'm sorry you like.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry you just don't know greatness. I guess PlayStation couldn't.
You just don't understand it, Brem. You gotta be smart to
Greatness.
understand it.
Hey man, greatness waits when a foot job happens.
I mean,
Okay.
Not
well, we
wrong.
are
I mean,
waiting for
kind
that
of.
happy ending, aren't we not?
Yeah.
I mean, kind of.
So when you explode, do you lick the foot too to keep it clean?
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh,
What?
Yeah, do you
God.
make her wash first?
Yeah. Bruh.
Do you warm up your feet like an Olympic sport before you know?
Oh,
Yes. You gotta
shit.
do your push-ups first, because it actually gets down to your feet really aesthetically.
So do you have to get in those positions so you can crack your foot real quick and make sure it's really good and soft?
Oh my
and
God.
ready to go?
Warm-ups.
Blue, what happens? Like, what happens when we get older, right? Like, are
I'm
your
not gonna
options
get
gonna?
old. I'm not gonna
No,
get old, dude.
Are your options gonna be
No.
limited to like certain kinds of like arthritis and whatnot?
I mean, yeah, dude. Also, I'm not
He's
be
gonna
hard
need
for
some,
Nick,
your old ass.
he's gonna
Hey,
need some
man.
copper fit socks.
It's gonna be
later.
hard for a granny to give him a foot job, bro. Like, you know, them toes
No, it's
don't
okay.
move
We'll
like
have,
they
we'll
used
have
to.
gum jobs at that point. We'll have gum jobs at that point, so it's fine.
Oh my God!
No,
what do you guys
it's
think? What do you guys think about switching over to overtime?
No, I mean, it's okay if
how
you're
long
wrong.
we
Like,
been
that's all I'm
going?
saying for him.
Almost 2 hours? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Let's do it.
All right, give me a sec
Going,
to
going gray. There's no other way.
clear everything out.
Okay, Mr.
All
Baldy.
right,
Hey man, don't knock it until you try it.
all
Yeah,
right.
man, oh, don't. This is a pod calling to kill block here. I don't want to hear this.
Thanks everybody for
Well,
watching.
I'm sorry you don't have encouragement to Bruce Willis that shit. And
We'll
show your
see you
face
in a
in
little
light.
bit for overtime.
I'm
Shut the
Yeah,
fuck
we'll
up,
be-
like
you
that,
two.
dude. Jesus.
We'll be right back, you guys. We'll be right back. Stay tuned because
Stay
Blue's
tuned.
getting the
Blue's about
shaver
to-
out in the next
Blue's about to
episode.
rock out
Who's
with his
got to get
cock out.
roasted? So, peace.